Okay, hello everybody. Good afternoon. Hey, Rockane. But hello. So my Thanksgiving break started, and honestly I forgot about it. I actually had yesterday off, even though I thought I had work to do. But I mean, I still have stuff to do, but I just don't have any classes, so I could have streamed yesterday. But let's not talk about that. Anyway, yesterday's news, I'm not fully caught up on it, but Demon Nobu got a buff. That's all I remember, and Lancer Ryoma's a thing now. So let's see what this is. NP5 Lancer Ryoma stat today. Is it 10-10-10? 30% Buster on burning battlefields. Okay, so you just... Wow, that makes her so easy to play then. You just press 132. 10% more battery. 666 sadly. Gold gem hell. Yeah. So I've not even tried this boss fight, but I watched Green do it a bit. It looks like a giant robot, but let's see what is actually going on here. I have a feeling the default will be really good, because I saw when he was doing it, it had so much health. But I haven't checked Ryoma's new animations, but I figured as much. Like, when they confirmed the other guys to be NPCs, nobody else was going to be on the banner. That is a big mech. So he has an attack down and a defense down, but he also has a defense up. So God knows how much that is. I mean, whenever... I figured it would be like that, just because, like... They always make cool male designs, and they're never gonna be playable, and then they couldn't help themselves. Wow, that machine gun fire. But they just cannot help themselves with Ryoma. Like, they have to give him another version. So I don't want to do the Merlin code. So we're just gonna have to take this turn slow. Little slow. Looks like he gives us a lot of NP, so... What an awesome attack animation, by the way. Shibata. Yep. Whole lot of units like that. Shibata, Katsui, Aggravane. Sad to say. A lot of units like that, so it's super sad. Using my skills kind of poorly, but I kind of want to see what the bar break does, because it doesn't, like, this first bar doesn't matter that much. If you NP him with Luvia, his shadow does a backflip. Really? Oh, the tiny little shadow. I'm surprised they even have some. Excuse me? Excuse me? I might as well see the NP, but he gets on hit stun. Okay. Well, that's an awesome crit animation. Holy crap. That's awesome. Okay. So, I know just the thing. I know just the thing for the occasion. What should we heal? Well, let's move this for a second. He has a 15% chance to stun with normal attacks on the second bar. Damn. Hey, Bella. Well, time to bring 2 of these because you can now. And I guess I will put Merlin Code on Buster. This is really wacky, but it can work. You may just not get hit by it. Well, we're not gonna chance it. Like, I'm assuming Lancers can do this pretty easily, but it's really hard for neutral because without the damage C. Mostly because I figure you don't do enough damage at all against the boss. Yeah, they put it in the shop, so you can have 2 of them. It's really good. Unless Fujino. Fujino has armor Nor, and she's... Does this guy count as super large? If he does, that makes a whole lot of sense. Oh, it is super large. Yeah, armored Nor super large. What a balanced unit, by the way. Hey, Shiro. His sprite is pretty awesome, honestly. Oh, I forgot to use Chen Gong's anti-crit. Wait, he has an attack up? I feel like I should take... Oh god. I feel like I should take the Medea command code as well. Ow. That shit hurts, man. Of course, we have an awful hand. Oh, the other one's damage cut? Then that means the Abby code would be better. Well, he might have more skills than that. It looks like he has a lot of skills. Oh, very nice, Baldy. That's what I like to see from those crits. Can you, like, not crit this much? I only have 1, so this is really bad, but hopefully we're okay. Oh. We good? We good. Okay, he didn't get it. And he has another attack buff. I might blow him up. This will do a lot of damage, but... His NP is a lot of hits, it felt like, so maybe I do this. Okay, this event fuck off. There's still time locks? I thought it ended already. Nice. Oh. Does he have Pierce and Vulnerability? Oh, did he remove my offensive buffs? Oh, that's not good. Holy shit, that's bad. Wow, that's bad. Wonder if he quick charges on last bar break. Oh. Shit. Ow. Double ow. Triple ow. Man, he still has sure hit. Oh, it's permanent sure hit. That's awful, dude. That's so awful. Holy moly. That's so bad. I'm so disappointed. Wait, that's not the real fight? The real fight comes after? Okay. Cool. I was gonna say, if all you do is 2 of his bars and not at least all of them for fun, that would have been dumb. But, since there's more than one, I'm completely okay with that. Oh boy, this'll be interesting. Level 90. Break bar gimmicks are different. Oh man. Does he have the stun? Does he still have the stun? I mean, we'll see. He doesn't? Well, we'll check it out real quick. Have fun checking your CCs again. Oh. I can take a support there, okay. Really bad hand. So it looks like he has less health, but he still has the same debuff. This thing is divinity? Chat, we have to try Enkidu. We have to try Enkidu once. I have to try Enkidu. Like, he's divine? Is the body of a god? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Attack up, armor ignore. Having attack remove would be really good, it looks like. His NP is really bad, so I should NP seal him. Well, a few times it's actually really good. It's because it counters everybody. Scab would be pretty good. Doesn't look like he has any way to stop stun. Oh my god. Ow, ow, ow. Man, 97. Nice 80% crit. Extra attack? Let's go. Ezo costume's out. I'll definitely buy it. Definitely buy the Ezo costume. What was the other thing? That... What is this? I have a debuff resistance down? Oh, is that buff success chance down? Is that buff success chance down? I don't know. I'm scared. Let's see. Oh, sweet God. Oh, sweet God. Well, I can stall one turn. So I actually have a decent... I need to do this then. Gotta wait one turn. Ouch. Double ouch. Okay. Why don't you have something like insta-death? That would be funny, right? That would be so funny. I also did that in the worst way possible. I should have healed. Oh, we gotta wait one more turn. You don't need Atlas. Ball games? Thank you. By the way, I downloaded the data the other day. I don't know why I just did that. Okay. Alright. That hurts. Okay. Should have 50 stars. Heal, heal. Now he's doomed. Oh no. That means the final bar break is something interesting, isn't it? Alright, show it to me. What is this final bar? It doesn't matter because he has Pearson Vuln, but... $500,000 health. Crit chance up, crit damage. Oh god. Meta 3-star Lancers. Gas, gas, gas. Oh, does it keep giving itself buffs every turn? That would make sense. Nice. Nice. Super good. How much damage does he do? Oh! I just noticed he has 3 stackable attack ups. Okay, so anti-crit is really good. If you get rid of the crit chance up, that's super good. Okay. I mean, for a run where I wasn't really using everything to the best of my ability, that's pretty nice. Okay, so get rid of this. So I should use my health earlier. This, it should stay on art. This can go back. You propped only 3 attack buffs. Is it when you hit it? Interesting. So definitely this. That's a really good command code to have. And then I want Merlin eventually, but let's get rid of this. So that debuff in the middle is really obnoxious, but I can just take a cleanse command code and it's not that big a deal. Cleanse, where is cleanse? There's cleanse. Okay, but now here's the dilemma. The attack up is not as bad as the crit rate up, I think, but it's less useful overall. The John heal was okay, but I couldn't work it in that much. So actually, what I think we should do is we swap these around. Then I have less of a focus on it and I still get enough health. Let's do... We didn't have a defense down. Actually, his NP did apply defense down, I think. Okay, let's just remove this for now. We'll put the Abby command code back, but we're gonna take this. So I might switch the command code or not command code, the CE for Baldi. I don't have to do that very often, but this is clearly not a burst fight. So I think it's time. It's actually time to bust out the secret CE. Where is it? I have it. Oh, there it is. Trick or Treatment. I should level this thing, honestly. It's so good. This is where, oh my god, game, stop free. I downloaded the data, by the way. It's still very buggy. Level 40, that's pretty respectable. I am not a mother. That's what you're trying to imply. Or ask. Yeah, I've had MLBs with 30% NP gen up and 20% crit damage up. It's pretty good. Hey, you're leveling Trick or Treatment for the art. I like Nightingale, but who cares? Like, this is a Baldi C if I've ever seen one. I wish I had Chaldia Lifesavers too. Chaldia Lifesavers would be really good on Baldi. Alrighty, this will be interesting. Way less damage, but I trade it for more consistent NP gain, which is really good because double buffing. If I double buff on that boy, he gonna take some damage. He gonna take some damage for sure. But I start off with 20% only because of the append. I don't remember what it was. Okay, get our NP. I believe in the Baldi. I'll believe. For now, we'll see what happens though. That's a really good hand. Considering how many stars we have, that's a decent distribution right there. He doesn't have an attack up, so there's really no worries yet until he puts one up. And we use Abbey Code for now, Smoj. Okay. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I can break this bar now, which is probably not good. Actually, I have to wait one turn. I can do damage to it though. Oh, I'm breaking it. Fine. Oh, we guarded it! We guarded that debuff. Holy shit! So what's the timer buff? What's the timer buff? Great question. Skill seal? That's not a big deal then. Well, it might be for the NPCL, because it's actually kind of useful here. Let's see. I mean, the best way to do this is NP quick, because then he removes your buffs, but you still linger one. Because we have to face tank an NP, so I think this is right. Hey, Noel. We don't need to care about heal boost for a while. Okay, we planned for this. We have the direct counter. The only problem is, actually, if he NPs, that means he's not critting. That's actually pretty good then, to my knowledge. Remove that. make stars, and set up heal boost. Is there a point to setting up heal boost? Not really. Is there a point to... Yeah, Abby has his attack up. I should have done that the other way. Not the best. Kind of looks like he's from Naruto. I never watched Naruto, so... No idea. I didn't even know mechs were in Naruto. Like, what? Okay. Whew. Ow. Okay. So, I am removing his attack buff and removing his crit damage up. So, or his crit rate up. Hozoid's headband. Oh, I think that was actually a thing they used though back then. Remove that. Remove one of those attack ups, so he only gets 2. Nice. Yes. Perfect. Okay. We could double buff here, or we could triple buff here, I think. It's really risky, but it is worth it, I think. I'm gonna do it. I'm a greedy son of a bitch. I'm gonna do it. Triple buff Baldy, let's go. Nice. Oh. Triple buff Baldy, man. Oh, come on. He's still... he might not be dead. Uh-oh. No! Well... I think it can... Well... I'm pretty sure he would win there, but a little bit unlucky, I guess. Did I have the Mystic Code attack buff? I think I did. I think I had the Mystic Code attack buff. If he crits, he wins. Need to level a CE more. Need to level Baldy more. SMH my head. That's good though. I mean, like, game. That's a good fight. I kind of want to make that into a video. Hey, Ari. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I didn't have it, but I definitely did. The moment I left my computer to eat lunch, sad. He's a cool fight. Dude, like, he seems pretty hard because his buff removal is really bad. But I'm telling you, man, if the boss does no damage or like tries to fight a really hard war of attrition with you, like Baldy sucks when he needs hard survival, but when he's in a war of attrition, it's not half bad. You're actually not in a terrible position. Oh, thank you, Ari. Yeah, that was a misplay, a little oopsie. But this time we got it. I don't get to use the CE often. Like, it's really good. I don't get to use it often though. It's so good for Baldy. I honestly need to get it 100 because like, it would be good on Saito, right? Like, NB gain up is like mostly like whatever. Well, actually, it's the best part, but. Like some servers just want the starting battery, etc., but it honestly would be good on a lot of units that I already have. That's a really good hand. That's a good hand. Let's see. Is his star gen on? Yeah. So, oh, I get why that went so well. I have to save my buffs. Oh, I didn't though. Or I should have had at least two. I should have had at least two taunt things, or not taunt things. At least I should have had at least a shield and the cleanse, because both would have been good. Because this will actually be. I kind of realized that I got lucky there. Uh oh, not good. Just got home from a walk in the park. Feels good. Nice. I could break him into his next bar. It's probably worth it. Because I don't want my NP immediately. I want to hit him twice. Yep. Yep. Dude, look at that NP gain. Okay. So, planned for this. We planned for this. I can't use my NP. Although, honestly, honestly, it wouldn't even be that big a deal losing it, but let's not be ridiculous. Because I still have my buffs, right? So I still can do damage here. Just have to take 2 turns. Yeah, like, dude, that does damage, like, my god. That hurts. Cleanse and then quick, right? Yeah. What's his overcharge? His overcharge is attack up, I believe? I think it's his attack up? I don't remember, actually. His overcharge is generally not used. Oh, Star Gen. Awesome, man. Okay, final bar. Alright. Alright. Wow, he didn't crit at all. That's a really good time for him to do it. This first turn... Right, he removes my offensive buffs. Kind of want to do triple quick here, but it's not a good turn. So what do we do instead? Quick art quick. We could live. We would probably live this turn. Like that? Yeah, like that. Hurts. So this turn we got a lot less lucky, but we're still in a good position. Nice, nice. Super good. We should get double buffs, and if our Star Gen is good, we should be sitting pretty here. Okay. What's the star distribution? Might have to do this with double quick then. Come on. Heal boost isn't doing as much as I think, so I think I can actually remove it. Might have to die then. Well, we're probably dead, honestly. Yeah. So I've lost twice to... I've lost... quite literally, I've lost twice to missing a 60% crit. I've missed two 60%s. Different times. Still a loss. But, I have a way to make that way better. That one turn where I don't need this, pretty much. So, put this. I think we got it. I think it's counted everything for it. Merlin command code isn't as helpful as I think it is, because, again, I don't use this CE that often, but I don't need that extra 10%. I guess it is good for just in case if he buffs or something, but nah, it doesn't seem too needed, but who knows? Not sure. I don't need a specific command code there still, so. I'm so glad I'm doing this on my alt because I'm going to record Ryoma. Honestly, pigging the assassin guy, I should record as well. Does that guy have a siren on his head? Like, it's not a siren, it's like a megaphone. But, I should do that, and I should also record this guy. Radar dish. It kind of looks like a megaphone on his head, but yeah, it might be like a radar dish of some sort. Hot chocolate's been acquired. Nice. Dude, it's so bad. Over here, like, I know global warming's a thing, but over here, we're in the winter season, and the past, like, 4 days have been sunny. I'm scared. Isn't it supposed to be cold? Every day I'm wearing, like, a t-shirt and shorts. Oh my god, you were so... Man. Supposed to get that crit. What does the Abby CC do? It makes 3 stars and removes an attack buff from the enemy. The Kin season went on like 3 months long and no one could so warm out. Crit Town's a lie. I honestly, no cap, guys. I honestly should lure a level, let's go. Anyway, I should honestly lure a level 1 Chen Gong's crit down. So I should NP and use the next 2 turns to kill this guy. Or at least, yeah, I will demolish this man's bar. Unreasonably warm or bitter cold? I know, it's been mostly warm here. Like, I haven't seen like a very cold, I haven't felt a cold day. Is a stun on a skill? What are we talking about? What stun? He doesn't have a stun. The other version did, but this one doesn't. Yeah. Well, we'll block 1 hit. Nice overcharge by that, but we'll block 1 hit. Kind of got a bit unlucky there. I should do the double quick, it looks like. But I really want my NP. I think I should do quick art. It's such a bad turn though if I miss. If I miss, it's so bad. But the crit rate up is the reason why he's so strong. Hey, Persona. It's because the boss has an AoE attack That's a crit, I think. And then he has a single target crit on top of it. Okay, we crit one and then miss the other. That's pretty fair. I would say it's pretty fair. Okay, that's good. Actually, I wanted him to hit me one more time. We would have gotten our Eddie. Smart boy. I think we do... I really want stars. Nice. Meh. Pretty good. Well, I've already tried the John CC. It's not a big help here. I think we got it now, actually. Do the art card first to get 25% more star gems. I think this will kill, actually. Yep, he's dead. Nice. So not too bad. We got really lucky there, but I planned for the worst possible scenario, so it wasn't even that bad. But do we have anyone else we want to try here? Because it actually seems like a pretty hard fight, especially the last bar. It's not bad. Oh, actually, Enkidu. Right, Enkidu. Because the dude is divine. Yeah, we're gonna try Enkidu. Scath. We need to try Scath. Scath is better than Baldi though, and if you can stun him because he's divine, he's also like Scath. Like when I try Enkidu here, it'll be pretty. Panda Lancer. We can try Panda Lancer. I have Enkidu. Yeah. He's 10-10-10 as well. At least I hope he is. Looks like he is. Let's see if his command codes are unlocked though. Oh, they are. All right, Fluffy. Fucking Fluffy, man. Dude, Enkidu can just get all of his health back. Balance, dude. Balance. This is good. John Heal is way too useless, actually. Let's get rid of it. I'm gonna put the one cleanse on it. We just rock out the same loadout with Hidu. Then we take Abby Kamenko. Balanced boy, indeed. Oh wait. Do we need heal boost? Honestly, probably not. Yeah, we probably don't need heal boost, if I'm gonna be quite honest. We have our own cleanse, so this I could honestly do without. And we could go... what could we go? Do you have Lancerly? I do, but he's not gonna do so hot. Just saying. I have my own cleanse and I'm gonna take Atlas. Do I really need this? No, not really. Anything, I could take this and the other command code. Wonder if Van Gogh could do this. I would It's a bit rough because she's not counterclassing, but I think it's worth trying. I'm not going to be the one to try, because fuck that. I don't even have her, nor do I like her, nor, because I don't have her, changing command codes would be so agonizingly annoying. I'm not going to do it. I guess the cleanse will be good to round out any kind of nonsense, but overall this is pretty good. Maybe I do take anti-crit though. I don't know. And Kidu kind of just, like, he gets so much survivability because the enemy is a specific type of way. It's just so gross. He's off. Cope, Scope, Achilles. Saw that in the friends list. My goodness. NP5? Oof. Well. What about Scath then? I mean, Scath would do pretty well. I mean, like, I don't know what to say. Like, Scath would do better than Baldy. Wouldn't do as good as Enkidu, but still very good. Dude, this is a CE that could be really good on Enkidu. I'm gonna try it. Because, one, his NP gain is really good, but getting better NP gain on the NP turn, you might be able to just refund against an enemy that's stunned, honestly. What does the CE do? 30% NP gain up at MLB and 20% crit up, which is not bad for Enkidu because anti-crit is good. Or not anti-crit, having crit chance up is good. Yeah. There we go. Level 80 Canis, but I know she can do it. Canis is really good. Canis is... yeah, I think if my Baldy can do it, I think Canis at level 80 could do it. Like, she definitely does enough damage. She definitely has enough survivability. Kama and Enkidu are actually really similar. It's close. Enkidu, how do I put it? Kama is really good, for sure. Absolutely good. The only thing that Kama loses out on is when Enkidu is fighting someone with multiple traits. Like, that's about it. But on a good day, if you charm and the enemy's divine, about the same, I would say. But if they're threat to humanity and all that, like, it's not close. Like, Enkidu's so broken just for that. Like, you would think it would come up very little, but because we're in the alien bullshit timeline of FGO, he just happens to murder everything. I just saw that Baldy crit miss. It was so bad, man. I lost twice, although it was with worse command code setups. I lost twice because I had no, I missed two 60% crits. Two different 60% crits. Hey, January. Okay, we're gonna stun. And then, oh, this is what I'm talking about. So I'm curious if he can do this. Hopefully they aren't crits. I'm curious, because this will do a lot still. That's good. Oh, that's really good. Wow. So now we just triple quick. So imagine if I pressed the first skill, because we would have gotten overcharge, or we would have gotten mega overkill bonus, and there would have been a quick up. I'm pretty sure we would loop there, which is fucking nuts, by the way. Okay. Okay. Yep. Yep. Hey, look, I'm full health. Yeah, I really did not need the... Okay. I really did not need that. Okay, so I have to wait until I have Merlin command code. But what if I just get art up? Well, let's just see. That's a good. So So this cool robot god is gonna be playable, right? In your dreams. In your dreams. Oof. Oof. Let's see, he's good with Enkidu too. Uh-oh. Dude, look at that! Oh my god. He's so close to just looping like that. It's ridiculous. Dude, that is fucked up, okay? Imagine getting stunned by Enkidu and he just dropped this big fat damage NP on you and then he looped it by himself. Oh my god, if he gets an art up, he will actually loop. That is so gross, it is insane. I haven't even needed to use my evade yet, like, because I know it's gonna be important for this bar. I feel so bad for you, man. At the same time, I don't. Dude, this CE is so broken. I love it. It's so good. I need to try this on more units, man. It is so good on Enkidu, though. This NP gain is so nice. Oh. Okay. Ooh. That's a bad turn for me. We might actually lose now. I might have been a bit too hasty. Yeah, he will kill us. I played bad. I played bad. So yeah, this is not needed, so I can get rid of the crit damage up. I'm probably dead. Baldi's better. I mean, this is the first time I'm using Enkidu versus using Baldi like 4 times. I think we are dead though. I mean, that's a big attack up. Yeah. Okay. Nice 22k damage NP, but she buff removed you though. I think if I gave him not only that, but let's see. Don't need that. Truthfully, just don't need that. Let's see. Oh, nah. I should actually, hold on. There's a better way to do this. But, whatever. Let's just do that. I'm 120. Is that a new, like, vision score? 120 out of 200. A Canid CE. Die. 120 years old. True. Yeah, I know. There's just a lot of Undertale music in the beginning of the playlist, the shuffled playlist today. Nice. The ride never ends.
人と共に歩むゆえにエヌマ・エリシュえい
Oh my, like, that is so close. That is so close, it's disgusting. Art up, art up, art up, art up. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh, this is gonna be good. That's so not fair! Dude, that's so not fair. What the hell? Okay, press this early. Don't want to use that. Ooh. Might not break this bar. Hopefully it's not the case. Nice. What NP rank? This is NP 2. Oh, Kama could sold this at 90. Yup. Mine is 2, but yeah, Kama soloing at 90 is pretty good. I like this fight. It's fun. It's like not too like overbearing, but it is the final bar is very interesting. Mine Kidu's NP 2. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. Yeah, the defense up is huge at neutral. I figured it would be really hard at neutral because I'm just like, he does a lot of damage. Also, he would do a lot of neutral damage because Fujino can do it, but yeah, she's balanced. Oh, we don't loop there. This might be bad, by the way. Man, do I just need to take Black Grail or something? Because he's going to kill us. Well, yeah, he's straight up gonna kill us because he's gonna have, how many attack ups is that? 10, 11 actually. Goodbye. You were so good. Yep. Dude, I just wanted. I should just use a Guts NP though, or not Guts NP, a Guts CE, because one Guts CE is just good here because that's the the most assured way to tank that. Do I even need Atlas? I could just take like Annie Blonde and that would work. Now I know I've done this fight a few times, but so what I was going for was getting his NP back, but that didn't happen. Hey DJ. Let's see here. I have so many CEs that would be so good here, though. Specifically, that's really fun, but that's just the best right there. Gives you the most, gives you enough damage. And honestly, I mean, it's still good, I guess, but... So, I hear there's still a, I hear there's still a time lock. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's also, yeah, it's also that, and he doesn't actually have, he has a pretty good chance to crit as well, so he could do so much damage if he wants to, but for the epilogue and challenge quest, ugh, come on. Why is it, the event's, well, it's not almost done, but it's like close to the end, right? It's so close to the end. I was about to play Emiya's song, nope, let's not do that. Today we got no quest, just another time lock. Feels bad. Just think if we got a part 2. Yeah, that's copium. Failing is an NPC for everyone in this event. Pretty much. Well, we got none of them. Yep, because they're cool. Aniplex, DW, Tide Moon, they're all too cool for us, man. FGO management is trending. Interesting. So, you know, Green showed me, like, employee reviews about DW. And so, one, it was interesting to see what they would complain about, or what they had issues with. But there was one that particularly drew my attention. DW has a ventilation score, and apparently their ventilation sucks ass. I found that really funny. Sad. Yep. Small indie company can't afford ventilation. Pretty much. Ooh. Yeah, male characters do really well. That does so much more damage. My god. Interesting. Fine. They've locked Kursusi 4. Brace yourselves. Nice. Quetz was locked behind something as well. Was Quetz locked behind... I don't remember what Quetz would be locked behind, but it was Lost Belt 1. Why though? Wait, Lost Belt 1 had a bunch of the like wrestling things, right? Is it because of Anna and Ivan? That's really weird. So we would NP stun and then evade, invul and then evade. FGO moment. Yep. Feels bad, man. Feels so bad. Well, I have the fight on my ult, so. But I'm glad Baldy can do it. And Enkidu doing it doesn't really surprise me that much. Oh, those two. I have not seen their animations, but Oryu looks so weird to me now. Like, I'm so used to her with her long black hair and all that. And then when she looks like that, she, it's interesting. Yeah, I know, there's still stage 1 and 2. I haven't seen stage 1 and 2. Actually, I think I have seen stage 2. It's probably just that, not NPC fight, that, Lancer Ryoma fight. It's just a slick back hair. I haven't seen the stage 1 then. Hey, GC. Stage 1 is the one on Banner. Oh, we're rank EX now. Oh, that's a pretty good stage. I like that. That's a pretty good stage. So, I've rolled a little bit of SQ to get one Ezo copy, so I can NP5 him. I have not gotten it, and I am just, I don't even want to roll anymore. Like, fuck trying to get a 3-star out of the gacha. It's so bad. Oh, is this a Grail? Oh, this is probably Run Maru, huh? Do it now. Green Horror Story on the banner. Yep. I really think they should rate up servants on FP. Like, just rate up 3 stars on FP. That's so easy to do. Don't talk to me about Mori. What a loud Grail. Yeah, here we go. We're on Mario. Hey. Summer Okita, non-existent. Jet Kita or... Oh yeah, because you got 3 4-star spooks. 50-50, man. Flip that coin. Alright, you know what? I like Ezo enough that I'll probably still do it, but hold on. Really good costume, by the way. I just realized how fucked up this is. You use shop currency to get the costume, and then you have to unlock it. Such a good costume, man. It's so good.
剣の天才であるわしにかかれば様相もこなれたもんぜよ。龍馬なんぞわしのスタイリッシュさには遠く及ばんきにの。なんちゅうたかのあれじゃあれ。そう ハードボイルドちゅうやつじゃ。
Hard boiled.
けんどわしが焦げな偉いもんを
Oh, he still does the reeing? That's so good.
そんな世が来るとは思うちょらんかったわ。
What a great costume. Alright, hold on. Only the tickets. I don't even expect to get him, to be honest. Don't do this game. That's a 4-star. Can Ku get a costume now? Well, I really cannot justify doing any more, but I want to get I'm gonna do one because I've done it one on the first banner, and then I'm gonna do one now just for Izo. I regret this so much. Four 4-star CEs. Oh my god, that's an Izo. By the way, that's the 11th roll. That is actually the 11th roll that Izo is on. That's funny. Finally, this guy can be NP5 now. Jesus. It's all I wanted. All I wanted. Whew. Oh, actually, hold on. Can you NP5 run Mario now? Looks like a no. Should unlock that costume too. Costume's great. Ah, the 24th. Ah, time locks. How beautiful are you? My 230 SQ, I got 1 Mari. Really good rate up. Really good rate up, by the way. 10% to get the rate up 3-star. Like, why? Why? How? That's why I really dislike 3-star rate ups. And I really dislike limited 3 stars. Thankfully, they only made 2, but the fact they even made 1 is so annoying. Fuck off, man. Let's see what's in this node. Oh, you can MLB the CE. That's probably what we should do. They make 3 stars. You okay? I'm excited for the challenge quest though. It's probably going to be really tuned for the damage CE, but I hope it's good. This is a good CE, so I don't mind getting a great suck on it. Have you tried out Mamanobu post buff? Nope. They make 3 stars? Nope. It's insane that NA is going to get the same amount of 3 stars JP has had for a while, for 2 years actually. That is ridiculous. They're in a few, I think in a few weeks, JP or NA will have the same roster of 3 stars. Roster of 2 and 3 stars actually as JP, which is kind of insane. Buff was 3 turn, 30% bus drop, went on a burning field, the battery screen. Alright, right. That's actually pretty good, honestly. You just press skill 1 and then press skill 3. Like, super solid. Oh, I actually haven't tried Ryoma's kit. Ooh, I should try his kit out. We'll do it on like a farming node. It'll be fine. Since your request already. Well, Arash go boom. Doesn't look that fun to me. Oh, Big Nobu.
ことなんだ。
I miss them using Archer Nobu. I think a lot of people do. Oh my god, I'm 1% off. Oh. Nice magic resistance. Yep.
こういうこともできる。
Gonna laugh and challenge us an Archer or Berserker. Indeed.
生きがいいのね。どうかしら。あなたじゃない。なんだ。
Challenge quest is a caster. The icon's already there. Wow. Did I hear a caster challenge quest? Is it another time for Ivan to trivialize content yet again? Because he's going to take the damage CE and just roll through it. I'm literally shaking and crying. So you actually get a lot of bells from this event. It's pretty nice. And proofs, actually.
こちらの品はすべて。こう見えて私、かつては諸
You get a lot of mana prisms. Look at this, 3 proofs?
け
3 proofs right
ラ
there.
ンマルカフェへようこそ。それではこちらの品、ランマルが部屋までお持ち
Oh
いた
my
し
god.
ますね。いえいえ、この程度。
I need to get all of those foes, man.
いや、
Where is Medea? Oh, there she is. Well, let me go buy the other one, just so she's 1919. Oh, I have a mission as well. Ooh.
こちらの品はすべて主様のために本日は交換のし。
Lost got to hear me mauled while reading Ranmaru's profile a few days ago. Guys, do we really, like... like, okay. Like, what is going on that we have to... Oh, it's in my present box. What? Oh, we got another one, too. Oh my god, I'm scuffed on one and not the other. But it's like... How do you come up with... Ranmaru X is from planet Ranmaru, where all the inhabitants are Ranmaru,
そろそろと
and the concept of gender is no longer a thing. Everyone is just Ranmaru. I read the Bonsi. Hold on, let me look it up then. Let me read the Ranmaru Bonsi, because it's even better. What the? There we go. Let's see, what does the Bonsi say? It's not translated. I have been studying in Ranmaru's school to prepare to become Ranmaru, going to interstelling flying swordsmanship cram school 3 times a week. Man! So, GudaGuda has always been more of a silly event, right? In my opinion, it's more been a silly event, if anything. But, that is pretty ridiculous. Let's see. Always a joke. Oh no, we're plug suit farming. Let's see. Can I take another gold sea? Nope. Gold sea is all I really care about. Gold currency is all I really care about right now anyway. And I guess I don't have a Lancer that can battery to 100 turn 1. Do I have a Berserker that can do that? Nope. Okay, well... Guess we just take you. Oh. Is it rectified by this? It is. Talking headless Nobu for the first... I know, they're always silly. But it's like, they were always silly... like they were mostly silly with a little bit of seriousness to them. But you know, sometimes the joke goes a little far. Yeah, there's seriousness in all of them, right? There's seriousness in all of them, but there's also a lot of silliness. Also, 178% gain. What the hell, man? All the Ryoma and Oryu scenes in this event hit me straight in the feels. It's a good sound effect. I don't even know why I try to hit defense downs on her. Her like goddess essence is like way too high. It ain't gonna happen. Dude, fast mode when swapping units is so... Oh god, it does not look right. Tank Nobu's so good. So pan-human history Ron Mars never showing up then? Pretty much. In the Grail Warforce, technically all the NPCs were servants. I mean, it's always been like that, right? Like, the NPCs are confirmed to be summonable. They just don't make them summonable. And then, you know, we cry. Getting close to 2K foe. Yep. I think this event will put me one off on both. Because there's like... I think there's more 2K foes than that. I think there's like 3 more, actually. And they're both at 1920. So she'll go to 1980. And if I really want to, I could spend 6 rare prisms. But I don't think I'm going to do that, to be honest. Because that is not worth it at all. So, let's see. Where is the challenge quest even? Oh, yeah. Complete mission number 79 by the 24th, and we get a 90 plus caster challenge quest. Do I have 79? I don't, but it probably is done. It's just locked for now. Shibato will be summonable next GudaGuda, right? I wish. Okay, hold on. Let's go against the caster, or the archer node. I really don't want to use a golden apple for that, so... Never mind, let's just go find a stage real quick. Arc Knight's music in my FGO family-friendly stream. That Ryoma, man. NP5666. Let's see. What stages do I have in the interludes? That might be okay. I have Salem always. I should unlock, man, I should unlock, what's it called? Oh, Domon. Domon's alter ego, though. Well, it's not the worst. Oh, I guess I have the Dantes quest. Whoops. Hoping that December is super packed. Wouldn't get my hopes up. Whoops. Oh, yeah, this is just fighting Dantes. That's good enough. There's still Lost Belt 6.5. I'm sure it'll be amazing. Wouldn't hold my breath, but 6.5 will be a letdown, calling it now. I wouldn't go that far. I'm not gonna go into 6.5, like, because here's the thing, main story is always fun. Unless you're Lost Belt 2. Main story is always fun. But 6.5, I hope it is good. I hope there's just a lot of fun stuff. Honestly, most of them are really fun, except that there's no story replay, so it just sucks ass. I know, right? Like, who the fuck cares about events? Like, God, events are so whatever. They're all whatever. Okay, can we not get that CE? I don't think it's that good. Well, this is a new account, isn't it? 124. Lost Belt 2 has some nice stages. Yeah, after like 50,000 ice giants, like, ugh. So, let's see. Oh boy. Let's see. 777. Okay, we probably are not gonna get those back, so. It's a single target fight, so Black Girl might not be right. And making cool boss fights and then never using them again. I could not believe that Sekiro has story replay. Or not, well, not, actually it is story replay because you could replay the whole level. You could also do New Game Plus. Probably, you could probably just play the game again. And then you can keep every boss fight in the game. that was funny, but my goodness, even FromSoft it's not even like kind of the same game. It's like such different games, and they're like, yeah, we'll let players replay the boss fights because they know their boss fights are awesome. Very pink. Very blue and pink. So, me seeing their color combo, and like, I don't know if, I might be ruining this Ascension for a lot of people, but seeing Ryoma and Oryu's attacks and their color schemes, it kind of just reminds me of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I don't know why, but it's like instead of Shark Boy, it's Shark Girl. Oh, well, any day now. Any day now. Come on. No, they crashed the game. Okay. Well, they didn't like that. Game heard your blasphemy. Ruin the pair for me? Come on. Yeah, I'm so save scumming, guys. I'm save scumming so hard. I'm gonna do the same attack. That's a cool attack. Wow. That is, that's a lot going on there. So, I need to try, so who is Ryder Canis? We need to compare, because the other day, I saw Green NP with them once, and I just said, that just looks like Ryder Canis' NP. So, if someone has Ryder Canis, slot it up and we'll check. Hey, Faust.
実際すごいから気をつけてね。天坂鉾よ。
よし
Oh, whoops.
天坂鉾よ。空と海の狭間を貫け。
我は高千穂の白きオロチ、空と海の狭間を行く者なり。
よし
分かった。
Same camera work and water work / splash effect. Oh, they get defense up. Right, I forgot about that.
天坂鉾よ。僕のすべてをかの者に。
我のすべてをこの者に。
白き竜よ。我が罪の腹を行け。
Yeah.
魚見。押し通す。ここまでだ。お嬢さん。
Green, her dragon form. So how? Okay, hold on. I'll have to turn down the animations. Oh my god, Dante's about to NP though. Okay, I'm gonna turn down the animations, but I think it was the extra attack. So the only thing that I can think that looks similar to Oryu's extra attack, where she's like shooting the laser beam, it's that Lancer mob. It's that Lancer dragon mob thing from, I honestly don't even know what Lost Spell it's from, but I think it's from 4.
よし
That Buster's cool. I like that one. Not quite the same, but it looks not that similar. Never mind. St. George and Lancelot have a shared animation. What? I mean, they share poses a lot of the time. Like Amakusa has the same pose as Zerkalot and Arthur with that one costume. Ascalon Overload, that would be a cool attack. How many servants had the same speed attack? A lot. I mean, a lot of them had Jump Buster, remember? I'm trying to get better about that, but... That's kind of cool. Dude, he's so tanky, actually. This 50% defense up is so good.
お嬢さんスペシャルピースイエイ
やっぱり僕らはこうじゃないとね。
さあ共に真夏の腹を行こう
Yeah, they recycle a lot, that's for sure, though. I mean, he has... Yeah, if he had Hard Vow, that'd be kind of dumb, but... It's already kind of dumb that he's doing something like this, to be honest. Gave Ryder Canis Super Scope. We've seen this NP a lot, so we could tell... Hey, we got the piece twice in a row. Gilgamesh and Short Gilgamesh, here's some animation. Uh-oh, we dead? Nope. Got our NP again. Oh, we don't have... Uh-oh. Right, we don't have Atlas. Time to kill... well... I don't want to end this stage. I think they can kill, but let's see. Buster, NP, Buster. Albion's NP?
おりょうさんスペシャルピースイエイ
I got it 3 times in a row, actually. I think he's dead. Okay, yeah. He is dead. Don't want to get rid of Dantes now. It's a good fight. Hey, Otto. Oh my god, you know what? I know, just the thing. Why does it take so much AP? Holy shit. Back to our humble roots. Wait, the mobs aren't gonna die. Oh, perfect. You are, oh wait, no, I have to take a support. Rider Canis, Rider Canis. Oh, Otto has one, but no MLB scope. All slot. There it is. Okay. This is gonna be some advanced anti-solo taunt walls. Okay. We are going to pick... Where is she? This and... Oh, yeah, Nobukatsu. And I guess you could take... I thought she would count, first off. Second of all, my bad, I guess. Dan's like, I don't need your help. Just get away from me, gremlin. I should have slowed it. Okay, there we go. Whew. Okay, same background, same water background. Yeah, that's a little similar. Like that's like practically the same, just with a few different models. Oh god. Yeah, I think I wonder if this is water side. I'm about to lose my shit on my ISP. I think they use it. Let me think. I'm trying to think. Well, it's not so much the water background, because I don't mind that much. But it's the end part. Oh, hold on, we'll do it again. Oh, Ruler Artoria. I've got Ruler Artoria, so I could just slot that real quick. So like, well, we'll do it in fast mode. Basically, the big like water explosion at the end, you'll see it as soon as all the damage numbers go by, like all of them are gone. That big splash of water, that is the same effect for Ryoma and Oryu. Yeah, well, wait, which one? Is it stage 2 and 3? Yeah, stage 2 and 3, because that's like the daytime one. I don't think it's the same. Well, let's see. Well, we know what Canis' looks like, so we can just use Ryoma like once, and then it'll be easy to compare. I think it's, well, it might not be exactly the same, but to me, it looks like it's shifted upwards a bit. So, real quick, I'll use my ruler Artoria, I guess. But where are the Habitrots? Area is like same background, that's fine. What a silly team. My god, am I gonna have to make another team for this? The suicide? Okay, whatever. This is so dumb what I'm doing, by the way. I believe you're in stage 3? Yes. Hey, Afro. Water's a bit different in this one. Yeah, maybe. Like the little intro thing where they're like riding in from the right side. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't use that skill. Whoops. Well, I guess it'll actually work out, so we'll get our NP. Yeah, that water is like really clear and still. I agree. It's like not like, it's not like they're not like zooming past how Rider Canis and Lancer Ryoma are. Eating so many Fae. Okay. Game kind of just hiccuped there. Yeah, look at the water effect. It's like not. It's like a. Well, it's a cruise, I guess, right? Oh, Odysseus? Yeah. I forgot Odysseus was even on the water, actually. Wait, he's on the water? I completely forgot about that. So now we take a look at Ryoma's again. Mr. Gundam Seed himself. I forgot to ask, does Ryoma have a 50% battery? Yes. How inspiring. Don't ask why that's level 10, by the way. Wouldn't be a new 5-star release without 30 to 50 battery. Or more. Yep.
仕事は服飾なんだけど、まるで旅鉄前に。
そういうことか。
Who better, Vritra or Ryoma? Probably Ryoma, but
お任せします。
Vritra's cool. Oh, right. Well, this is a pretty NP, so I don't mind seeing it again. Oh wait, he's 2 arts up? Oh yeah, it's like the buff removal. Oh.
龍馬、
Huh.
あ
任せとけ。
やるとしますか
Let's see. So let's pay attention to the big water splash that happens.
天坂鉾に言われし国津のオロチ
So this beginning part is definitely way
の
different,
味噌汁
but it might be kind of similar to like Summer Kiara.
我が罪の腹を行け
That's close to Rider Canis. Yeah, okay. Yeah. The shape is way different. The idea is the same, but the shape is way different. It's not like a big circle. It's kind of like a spire instead.
我は宇宙人。
She has a sock puppet on her hand? Wait, she has a sock puppet on her hand? That's amazing. Oh my god, this stage is just the best one.
そういう。
やるとし
What the heck?
そうしよう
It's in the final art too. I didn't even know that was even a thing in her final art.
ここで決めるぜ
無駄だ。
I'll have to check the final ascension later.
あやるとしはあそうしよう
It's amazing. Oh my god, it really is just a Kermit puppet. What? That that looks edited. I'm gonna be honest, that just looks edited, but it's real.
どこまでも一緒だ。
That's so funny.
白き竜よ我が罪の腹を行け
That's great, actually. What do you expect? Didn't think she'd be like. I expect her to be silly, but not
そういうことか。
like not like that. It's great though.
二人の共同作業だ。
どこで覚えたのそれ
Oh, this is slow mode for NPs, I believe.
そういうこと。何かい。
So I wish the Hijikata CC was a bit better. Unfortunately, it's not high enough crit damage to be very useful. But it's good for people who don't have many command codes. Oh no, that's so cursed. The God Juna and Karna. Oh my. That's so cursed.
何か。
なあそうしよう
Cairo keeps ignoring me. My bad. I'm not. I'm kind of trying to pay attention to the NPs, but hi.
やったぞ。勝利のお量産ピース。
I don't even know. Like, why do you want my attention? Like, is there something important? That's so cursed, though. Like, what? Like, I thought Dog Judah was bad, but then that's also a thing. And Bonnie and Mary Reed actually being in the same sprite. Let's see. Well, I can use them on a farming stage now. Dog Juna. What the fuck is Dog Juna? Wood Woes. Wood Woes. So who else are we gonna try? Who? Oh, Odysseus? Let's find a caster stage real quick. Oh, perfect. If, I think Ares the only one with Odysseus, like kind of leveled. I have Odie up, okay. Oh, there's Ares. Not on event support list. Well, we can just do, we can do doors. It's completely fine. Yeah, that's why I'm switching to doors. And then give him those two, yeah. Wood Woes' design is great. I love Wood Woes' design.
せいぜいやってみせるさ。
Wow. Is this second append like level 7 or something? Oh, level 8. Using a 5-star? I know, right? I'm using 5 stars. Oh no. Why the dog Juna? People just find that like the skin tone and the hair are very similar. So impressive. Well, Super Ryoma, or not Super Ryoma, Super Roma is super good against Zeus, by the way. I mean, that's not the same, but that's the same camera angle though. Like that's the same camera angle for sure. Why do only some of his animations have it? That is so weird. I never really noticed, but like, why does like, okay, like, look, his first arts doesn't have it, but then his quick does. And then he takes it off, and then he puts it back on, and then he takes it off and puts it back. That is interesting, to say the least. Although most of his attacks do have it, but he keeps swapping. Like, he literally took off his helmet 4 times because that's how many times he put it on in his attacks. Doesn't want his face getting messed up. Then why don't you just have it on the entire time? Because he doesn't have his helmet on when he gets attacked. Well, is Odie story locked or perma? I think he is story locked. Is he? No, he's not story locked. He's permanent, yeah. Think of someone else. Dude, look at how much more QP this is than the normal daily. The normal daily, you have a chance at getting 900,000 QP for the same AP, right? And now, after 6 years, they made dailies that are over 3 times better than that shit. Ridiculous. You get 790k, holy god. What the heck, man? Only Canis is locked in all of Lost Spell 5? That's weird. I'm surprised Pollux and Castor are available. I kind of want to try the Demon Nobu buff, but we don't really have a stage. I guess we can try against Dantes. I think I have it on my alt account, but I have to do the stage because I haven't done it. Oh, right, you can use Ranmaru now because you actually own them. I wouldn't mind trying Ranmaru against like Richie. I wouldn't mind trying Ranmaru against Richie. Actually, let's go onto my alt account real quick because we can fight Richie with Ranmaru or New Nobu. Or not New Nobu, buffed Nobu. I can also do the buff. I kind of want to see how good it is. Don't you think Europa and Dio Shuri should have been switched? I'm gonna be honest, Europa could have not existed and it wouldn't have changed. It would not have changed Lost Spell 5 that much. Gonna be quite honest. Oops, wrong screen. There we go. I have mine, so we'll just use mine. But I need to do the buff first. Who knows? Maybe the buff will be kind of interesting. Her being rated up in 5.1 was so stupid. I don't get that because, like, it's so... One, I feel like Odie... First off, Odie dies like an NPC. Actually, probably worse than an NPC in Lost Belt 5. He just gets stabbed. That's it. That's all that happens. It was like, it was a big thing that like Odie was like your main opposition in 5.1. And then he gets stabbed. And then in like Europa being rated up in 5.1 doesn't make any sense because Europa is you know, not doing anything in 5 or in 5.1 at all. So it's like, why is Odie not in 5.1 and why is Europa in 5.1 instead? And then why did we have to go through the extra hoops of making an Audi event, which I don't mind that much, but the fact that it was in place of the White Day event was kind of annoying, even though I like Cirque and all that, but that's just kind of, you know, it's like kind of unfair. I mean, yeah, like, technically she's there, but like, it, you know, that, I mean, like, technically Canis is there in 5.1, and she's not even rated up in 5.1. Canis was rated up in 5.2. Yeah, Canis is in the story as the Doria Uchiro thing. She's got a purpose to fulfill in 5.2. She doesn't really do much in 5.2 either. She's kind of like, no Zeus, bad, and that's it, really. I don't really know what else she does. Besides some, like, slightly being a bit of an opposition at times. Yeah, she fights us, but at the end of it, she's like, did I just taunt? I taunted Chiron, didn't I? Anyway, at the end of it, she's just like, nah, I agree with humanity, Zeus. And then that's that. Yeah, she only fights us because Zeus makes her. Dodie actually gets stabbed in the chest, the one part of his armor. I mean, it's not exactly detailed. All that happens is Charlotte kills him, but then I think Odie messes her up as well. And then you get the sad CG of Charlotte. Proper History Zeus sounds like a bro. Proper History Zeus is also like not alive anymore, but yeah. Oh, we aren't doing GudaGuda 6 anymore. Let me retitle the stream then. I mean, like, stories are stories, right? It's always like a story of Zeus being an asshole. You know, it could just not. It's a story, right? It's made up throughout all of that. I think the Zeus in FGO is portrayed really well. He's just a competent, you know, god. He's a competent god. But in Lost Belts, Zeus does, like, you know, he takes full control of the situation. He takes full control over the entire pantheon and stuff like that. And he makes some questionable decisions, like reprogramming his fellow gods so that they are completely subservient to him, and forcing Demeter to kill their child. You know, there's a few things. There's a few things that aren't exactly what I would say very nice. But all the like dumb stuff about Zeus, like, you know, that's like super minor in the grand scheme of things. Like, like that's not an FGO, and I think that's right. I think if he's in Lost Belt, he's like twisted in a really good way. If that makes sense. It like makes sense, and it's not like it's like too far out there. It's like it's not that like he really. I don't even remember what. It's mostly that he wants to stop us from messing with the tree, so he's like, yeah, let's just blow them up. And then they send Demeters and Aphrodites and Talos, all this kind of stuff. Send the twins, Castor and Pollux. He's a little messed up, but he does do, like, here's the thing. Even though he's a little bit messed up, because it's mostly like Zeus is the same. Zeus is the same, except he beat I don't even remember what it's called. The White Titan? I don't even know. The Iron Giant? I don't even know what it's called. The alien that's supposed to wipe out that civilization and end that era. He just beats its ass, and then he goes on and does some other things, and that's the Lost Belt. Normally he's supposed to lose, and like that, in the entire Pantheon loses, but he doesn't. He just assimilates power, and he doesn't lose. And then the Lost Belt kind of follows pretty logically from that. It's not like some super twisted version of Zeus. It's a pretty normal version of Zeus. It's just his circumstances are different. Also, who was I gonna use? Oh, right. We're just trying to get this for... Well, he is a robot, so, like, it makes sense. Oh, Sephar. Yeah, that's its name. Sephar. The flag crawls as Zeus' brain causes Athena burst from Zeus' skull. Indeed. But again, mythology is like all sorts of weird. That's like... It's just all sorts of weird, man. Metal as fuck.
まだまだです。強くアタック主よ導き。
Gouda for a better time. I wouldn't call it a better time, but it was a decent time.
やっておしまいなさい。ひらめきましたぞ。
So, if we ever get Zeus, which is probably not gonna happen, this is Megacopium talking. If we ever get Zeus, I want Zeus to talk with Herc and Leonidas. I just want them all to talk to each other. I get Herc, why Leonidas though? Because Babylonia, he has that Z and Tesla would be pretty cool. Herc talking? Oh, I say. Yeah. I mean, it'll happen, right? Well, one day. One day. One day. Well, he does talk. He talks in Strange Fate, but he's absolutely deplorable and unlikable. One day we'll get real Archer Herc. One day we'll get sane Herc is my hope. Avenger NP gain when getting attacked, by the way. Yup. Triple B, man. Triple B. Triple B. Okay. Triple B with 5-star stats. It's no joke. Having a good attacker. No joke. Although we did get a little lucky with a crit, but... Do I have a saber? I do. Let's use my super scuffed twins, who are totally gonna do so much. It's probably insane now. Yeah, 30% buster up is pretty big. 3, 1, 2. Listen, I don't have saber gems. I don't have saber gems. There's a reason it's not 444. I don't even have blue saber gems, man. Really good hand though. We haven't had like a gem event in so long. By gem event, I mean a lotto. Summer? Summer, I did Summer fully, but that did not give us gems. Neofest rerun was not. I don't think I was playing on my alt at that time. I was getting back into the game. Let's see. Buster quick. Probably. I believe the first skill is the whole we loop thing. So, probably make stars. Summer Lotto was scuffed Lost Belt 6 mats. I just want a Lotto like last Christmas. Last Christmas did it really cool. Vritra Christmas. Vritra Christmas made it where there was a Lotto, right? A normal Lotto that you farm. And then there was the side Lotto that you just did a bunch of stuff, and it had like SQ fragments, it had SQ, it had a bunch of QP, it had a bunch of tickets. That was cool. Do they have a battery? I think they do. Oh no, you literally press all of their skills and you're fine. Okay. No battery, but it's the quick up. Honestly, a pretty interesting kit, all things considered. Is yours NP2, Ari? Or is it NP1? I forget. Because I know you have them raised. It's NP2. Damn. That's really good. Bad unit, buff their NP damage and give them 50% for the whole team. Yeah, never mind the fact that it has debuff immunity. Summer Dio should be cast towards the lead. I'm gonna be honest, if they ever did something like that, I think it would just be Pollux. Not gonna lie, it would just be Pollux, but with, like, during her NP, Castor joins in. Wow, this lasts well 3 turns, but that's a decent amount. Also, I looped again. That would be lame to leave out Pollux like that. I mean Castor, but yeah, I agree. It would be kind of dumb. I really need a 10-10-10 them. They would just be good with the stuff I have on this account. Watch Semiramis buff just be 50% and Star Bomb. The boy's Castor, and then Pollux is the girl. Okay, now that we have that, let's go fight Richie. Don't need this. I forgot we were using this entire, like, set of command codes because we were fighting Fluffy. Oh my god. Those are some dark times, man. Summer Medusa or I delay pity by another 10 years. I'm gonna be honest, there's not gonna be any pity. So, like, delay it all you want. It's just not happening. Summer Medea, I've already given up on that. I've straight up already given up on that. You know what? I should make this Tam heal. Make the other thing normal heal. Or John heal. Alright, Richie, let's go. First CEs, then the world. Dude, it took her so long to get into a CE, though. I'm also in the caster tab. Is Medea not popular? Probably not, I guess. But, I mean, well, here's the thing. I think Medusa's popular, but not Medea. Right? Because Medusa, well, because Medusa gets CEs like all the time, but she's in GudaGuda, or not GudaGuda, Redline? Is that right? Maybe that's why. So I have this CE, which I think is a bit better. It's just more buster damage. Although the guts wouldn't be half bad. Is that 30% buster up? Also, the lilies are used more often. Buster crit. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. I just want Buster up. Do I really need starting battery? Koha Ace. Oh, yeah. Koha Ace or whatever. But, like, she's in that. So the best would probably be this, because I think this is just straight up 20% Buster Up. Don't really need the NP damage. There's a Medusa phase, but she's not in a red line. The day Medusa's left out of GudaGuda 3-star CE, the world burns. Oh man. I kind of want to raise Medusa. I think she'll be really good. Because I've used her as just stunning unit, just a stun. But like, what if she also could do damage at the same time? That wouldn't be half bad. Also, I can't use that Buster. I want to level a Gutsy. I want to check what's the best one. I think the best one is it depends. Obviously, it's not the best for some units, but I think 3 goddesses or 2 goddesses, 3 legs is really good. In my opinion, I think it's really good. 93, 96, and then after the Arash turn should be 99. Oh, but she won't get enough. Yeah, Nero Crater Ishtar Quetz. Yep. I personally like the Ishtar Quetz one because it's just good value. Like, can't go wrong with it. Now, I got a lot less NP than I thought I would. Yeah, many units that use Gutsy is also crit. That's fair enough. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to NP. I also need a level in arts. In Artsy, there was that Vitro one from Summer. That one was pretty good. Not having sumo. Okay. So do I invuln early? Probably after this turn, actually. Virtual 1 to 100 during the Guda 5 road, it's nice. Just walking the Nobu out for casual dragon. I could have waited till the last turn actually, but whatever. Oh, I should have done. Man, I should have done the 90. What am I doing? Yeah, he doesn't count as Sky, but. So this is the final turn of the buff. Oh. Well, he's just gonna give me all my NP, I guess. Yeah, the virtual one is pretty nice. That's not bad, honestly. That's gonna hurt. Not bad at all. CE bombs or Christmas quick CE. I'm gonna level up my trick or treatment, I think. I really should have. I literally got it for Baldi, so I really should level it up some. It's a good CE anyway. Can't go wrong with that much NP gain, with a nice upside and full attack. You really can't go wrong with that. To wait one turn. Well, I have to hope I live. No. Oh. Well, if we live that turn, we do so much more, right? We get past that NP, and then we have another evade. The song's good. It's not bad. He critted a decent amount, not a lot, but a 10 SQ, guys. So that's a pretty good one. I think, if remember last time, Lee couldn't do this, but you probably can now. You have enough for a multi here too. I'm probably not going to do that. I need to save my SQ. Aggravate is not too far away. Not too far away. Do you? It's Mega Copium. Okay, but like, it really isn't that far away. Maybe. Maybe. I know, right? The movie's already done, and like that was like the big like cameo that he was in. Aggravate is coming this new year. I believe in it. Camelot New Year's celebration. I don't believe it, by the way. I mean, I think the thing I do want to say for is Lost Belt 7. I'm curious what is in Lost Belt 7. I hope it's something awesome though. Miss Aggravate. He's gonna be announced for arcade soon. That is so true. Well, no. Well, what are all the arcade exclusives? It's like they're like alternate versions, right? So like alternate. I can't believe I have to say this, but normal Jacques is in arcade, and then there's Proto Merlin, etc., right? So I feel like Aggravate wouldn't even be in arcade yet. And like Ku Lily or whatever. That's just Kid Ku. Summer female Aggravate Lily. What a cursed thing you just said. Foreigner Aggravate, Nero. Proto Merlin, Saida, Normal Jocks, Young Ku. Oh, I forgot there was even Santa Fran. I forgot there was even I forgot about Saida actually. Okay, Saida. Okay, well, Saida is a fully fleshed out character, but yeah, that is very true. Oh, she just got released today. Wow. If arcade gets adult hands, that would be interesting to say the least. Well, we have Lance Ryoma still as a fight, who is probably the not the hardest fight, but one of the hardest fights in the main story. You have to look at that every time. If arcade gets adult hands, I'm starting the war. You know what would sting really bad? If arcade got adult hands, and then the moment they add, it's just a new stream, right? I'm watching the JP FGO stream where they're talking about the game. They're gonna release the new event and show off the new servants, and then I see female foreigner adult hands, and I would quit the game. No, it's not happening. It's not happening. Adult hands and magical girl Kiara. That, I mean, if it was a normal adult hands, I could put up with Kiara. every NPC we don't get in mobile will go to arcade. I mean, that's not true, right? That's just not true. Oh, we didn't try Panda Lancer, but if people want to try Panda Lancer... Oh, damn. Level 100. Oh, this guy has, this person has normal Ryoma Grail, too. Oh, wait. Hold on. Yeah, it is... Wow. Already 2K forward as well, but... My goodness. There's also this. Arcade's Gilgamesh is different from the mobile version. Like, what? I know Arcade Gilgamesh has like that costume from Battle in New York, that like trench coat. That was from this morning. No. They're not putting in Gil Alter or no. They're not putting in Gil Alter or like, oh my gosh. They're not doing this. They can't get away with this. They straight up cannot get away with this. Wonder, I actually haven't tried Assassin Lee here, so let's try that. Oh, he's an event servant. Well, man, if I back out, I have to watch that cutscene again, or the intro thing. Oh, but Kaibo they can. No, dude, that's so dumb. Like, what? Like, okay, first off, I don't really know much about what they're gonna do, right? But if it is Gil Alter, I am not like I don't know what they're gonna do, man. That is gonna be some kind of nonsense, man. They announced a figure of the fake Grand Order arcade cabinet. Arcade at home. That is... So... Oh my god. So the other day, not the other day, but some time ago, they, some people managed to download the arcade, arcade files, and they thought they could emulate it on PC. Basically, they couldn't, but it was a good effort. It was the closest we would ever get to playing arcade. He is evil king, as the trailer says. That doesn't make sense. And also, alter egos are not supposed to be like inherently evil, right? Like, Saber Alter is not inherently evil, she's just very callous and cold. And an alter ego refers to, like, a very twisted version of yourself. But I guess they're taking in the most literal senses. Gil Bad, now he alter ego. Emo Gil. Emo Gil, black armor instead of gold. I wish we got that, because I know Arcade has like a trench coat Gil. Wish we got that. That'd be cool. I'm stick. Can Gil even be altered? I don't know the semantics about it, but I would assume not, because he is like, he is like he already has everything he wants, right? He already has everything he wants, and the whole thing was that he found something even greater than his whole treasury, which was meeting Enkidu and like going on a journey with Enkidu for a long time. So like, I don't really get how it's all supposed to work. Because like, yeah, he's not really supposed to be corruptible because one, he's already had everything and he can't be tempted to want something. But it's like, I guess Arcade is gonna try and do something. Yeah, even the Black Grail or even the mud spit him out. Like, he was like, yeah, like it took away his armor, and he was like, yeah, the mud spit me out because I'm literally uncorruptible. Like his ego, like quite literally, Gil's ego is so big, he doesn't think he can be any different. Like I like that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. His ego is that big, he can do that. Just Gil things. Like, you can't corrupt me. Also, Assassin Lee murdered that so fast. Gil altar is an altar like how Arjuna altar is an altar. What is there to alter? Now, I will say, if Arcade got Proto Gil, I would be mad jealous. I would be so jealous of Arcade. Holy moly, if Proto Gil got released in Arcade, I would be so jealous. Like, honestly. Mad jelly, I know. I would be mad jelly, dude. Arcade Richard? Okay, please don't say that. Don't say Arcade Richard. Holy shit, that would make me so sad. If Arcade got Richard and we didn't. I mean, they could just change the VA. You wanted some peanut butter for that? I have not had a peanut butter PB&J sandwich in a long time. He's in Extella. What if it was Gatekeeper? Or yeah, Gatekeeper? Is that the class? I think it is Gatekeeper. What Nasu originally intended for Gil in Arcade. I doubt it, but hey, Thugs, Izo is exactly like mine. Costume 666. I'll probably 10 him. Doorkeeper next class with Looker. Dude, so Pretender, like the concept is really weird, first off, but they could have made better names, right? Why Pretender? Why not Trickster or something like that? Deceiver. Like any Pretender, like, oh my. Oh god, I swear, they just picked the dumbest names out of a bag of hats. Amogus. Even Imposter would have been good. Yeah, Imposter is mean, but Imposter would actually sound cool. Like, genuinely, people would, like, let's say Among Us was never a thing, okay? Let's imagine Among Us and Amogus and Imposter sussy memes weren't a thing. People would have no trouble with an Imposter class. That would have been completely fine. But then, you know, and everyone's like, Imposter's too memey now. And I'm like, who cares? Pretender's a freaking meme. The not ruined timeline. Imposter, Trickster, Scoundrel. Well, Imposter and Trickster are really good. I think Deceiver could also be really good. This word sounds really cool in Japanese, but you don't realize the nuance of it in the West. Oof. Oof, oof. What is? Well, I shouldn't. I don't know. I don't even know how they even say pretender, but it's just translated to pretender for us. Scammer. Does anyone know if we're getting a new? No, I don't know at all. We're getting an extra remake, but the extra remake is going to keep the rock paper scissors combat, which is funny, very funny. It's a Queen song, that's what matters. Oh man. So I haven't tried many berserkers here, but I figure they do okay. I like Deceiver and Trickster because they're less precise than Pretender, which gives too much of a hint. Yeah, Deceiver and Trickster. Like, Trickster is just someone who plays on both sides, right? He just wants to see what kind of happens, and he's gonna try and lead both sides to destroy each other, which is good. He's a trickster. He is or like even Swindler would be good. Swindler would also be kind of cool, but they wouldn't use that word. But that like trickster sounds good. Deceiver is also really good. It's just, you know, double agent type stuff, right? But then Pretender is, I pretend to be someone else and on your side. I'm like, I like hang my head down and I'm like, really? Did we try Ryder Liz here? I think we did, right? Oh no, we tried Ryder Liz against a berserker guy. Right. Let's try her here. See ya, Harry. Summer Say wouldn't be bad. Not gonna lie, unironically think Imposter was the best name for the class. Imposter's good, Trickster's good, Swindler, Deceiver, Scoundrel. I think Swindler would actually be really good. The more I think about it, Swindler's great. Gotta make dinner with Papa. Hopefully it's the best dinner ever. I don't know what that word means. Swindler is so the term swindle is like, so it's a bit different. Like I'm like thief, like stealer or something like that. I don't even think stealer is a real word, but a swindler, like it's like a scammer basically. Like that guy swindled me out of some extra money for this juice, right? He swindled me out of my lollipop or something like that. But you know, it would be a bit different. Definitely not the exact fit for Pretender, but a swindler you could make it a case for. Stealer is a real class. So what is the point of not doing this early? There is no point. %, baby. Let's go. Harbinger would be good, but meh. Honestly, I think like Pale Rider, because Pale Rider is just Rider class. I think that's really good, but like, how do I put it? The 7 class containers, the normal ones, not the extra class one, the normal ones, they're a bit too loose because there's a few things that are like there's like, honestly, Pale Rider really shouldn't be a rider. It should honestly be like some kind of like extra class, like abomination. Like, I don't know, like it, because what Rider does isn't like really normal at all. He's the embodiment of dying from diseases and like pandemic tragedies. So it's really weird, but like to say he's a rider class is also weird. I feel like he should be like, I don't know, like, but again, like that's how like they're willing to fit so many weird things into a class container, but it's really hard to like really justify it. So it feels like I don't really want them to make like a bajillion other class containers, but at the same time, the original 7 are so awkward at times that they kind of should. What about Liar? Probably not that. Like, yeah, like the Archer class is another good one, but I don't mind Archer that much. That one's really ridiculous as well, to be honest, but it's not the worst offender. There's a classless position where many servants lie. Wait, what? Oh! Our invuln ran out because it's a 3-turn duration. Oh. Yikes. Tuna is probably a bit easy, but yeah, I threw. I kind of forgot that it was 3 turns only. My bad. But anyway, Pale Rider is one of those servants that are a concept. They're not exactly a person. Actually, they aren't a person at all. They straight up aren't a person. But the supposedly the throne of heroes, because, you know, Pestilence is totally a hero, but it summoned something that would be as close to Pestilence, or as close to Pestilence as could be, in a tangible form. The best way I can put it, in a plausible and physical form. And it is really weird. However, I hope they do more of those, because I think concepts are, I think like embodying a concept as a servant is really cool, because you can do a lot with that, honestly. But we'll have to see what it goes, because again, we don't know that much still. My streamer Pepega feels bad. He's not really the concept of death. He is, it's kind of, well, the thing about the 4 horsemen is they're not exactly, the 4 horsemen are like, they're all death in their own way. It's specifically Pestilence, because Pestilence is the idea of dying from disease and pandemic, right? And War is the idea of death from combat. Famine is the death of, you know, like, I guess, like, depletion and eventual loss, like, struggle to survive. And then death itself, the horseman, is the eventual end. That no matter what you do in your life, you cannot escape from your time being you know, your time being up. That's what death represents. It's not that it's death because it's people dying. It's pestilence because it's people dying from diseases and pandemics, because it specifically Black Plague was mentioned, stuff like that. Pale Rider is Destiny. Spotted Rider is Pestilence nickname. That's really weird then. Whatever. Maybe, I mean, again, maybe it's some like fused servant nonsense, but I don't really think it should. I mean, I'm not the writer, but that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But we'll see what happens. Tell me that is what Oberon is. Yep. Yep. That's super weird then, because that's really weird, because why would you even mention like diseases? It's probably some whack thing. It's probably some whack thing, but maybe the idea is that they're going for is death is like pretty much a part of all of the horsemen. But that's not how I would interpret it. We'll see what happens. I mean, to be fair, Fate Strange Fake is not exactly the land of things make sense. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, like, it's as non-traditional as non-traditional could get, right? It's a non-traditional Grail War with non-traditional servants, with literally 2 sets of servants running around the entire city. It is very non-traditional in that sense, so... Oh, it's so non-traditional that it even summoned Watcher and things like that, so... Powerhouses. Gotta head out. See us off. Has Fate ever made a normal Grail War a setting? Well, Fate has made a normal Grail War a setting, but it's none of the newer ones, because basically everyone is trying to game the system now, right? Everyone's trying to like cheat the system. So the past Grail Wars, like Apocrypha is really weird because they tried to game the system. Zero is also really weird because they gamed the system. Like Fate Stay Night is really weird because they tried to game the system, etc., etc. Do I believe in Ellie to survive? I'm gonna be honest, no. NP shoots eyes. But yeah, I think because we don't have many details about the previous Grail Wars, but the previous Grail Wars were definitely normal. Like nowadays, well, not nowadays, but like modern Grail Wars in the Natsuverse are just not. They're like not even close. Like they're never going to be close, and they're not even close. Also, I thought we would get our NP, and I did not. Not good. Only the second Holy Grail War was normal. Pretty much. But yeah, I think we're on the, is it the 5th Grail War? I think we're on the 5th Grail War when it's like, it's Fate Stay Night and stuff like that. Or are we on the 3rd one? All this for a cup of mud. Yep. There's a really good image. It's a really good image where it's Rin. Well, it's like detailing all the rules of. It's detailing all of the rules of a Grail War, and it's Rin. It's like let me read it out because I know I have it on hand somewhere. Let's see. Here we go. Rules for the Holy Grail War. Actually, let me just download it and I'll show it on stream because I've definitely done this before. Grail War. That is an image that I cannot. I have to make a new image actually. Image memes. I'm just gonna put that. Okay. So in this image, we are going to put this. Let me just read this out really quick. Sometimes, some amount of people are summoned from whenever to fight around 7 people, and each mage gets command seals to sometimes control the servants. The winner sometimes gets a wish from the decently limited Holy Grail. What is even the point then? And that sums up like pretty much every modern Grail War in the Nossenverse. It's just, what is even the point? What is actually the point? It is so silly. It's not about the mana, it's about sending a message. That's a shitter talk right there. That's shitter talk. What trait? Actually, hold on. Ryoma's out, so what trait is he? I'm gonna take a look. Actually, I've done Sakamoto. Sakamoto Ryoma. Lancer version. True neutral. Humanoid, male, riding, weak to Numa Elish. Day. Gender, attribute, man. Man attribute, okay. Zergalot takes that line to heart. He's ready, Kaibo. We'll try Suna. We haven't counterclassed this a lot, but if Suna beat this, it would make sense. That's all I could say. Sakamoto Ranmaru. Oh no. Did you put on an event support list or non-event support list? Because right now I'm not looking at the event support list. Oh, there we go. Just wasn't showing up because the support system is great in this game. 565. Pretty good still. As Invuln, I would have to live 2 turns, but that's probably really possible with counterclassing him. So, I mean, we're gonna do a lot of damage. I wonder what the planet Sakamoto that's filled with Sakamotos is like. I cannot believe that is a lore point. Like, Ranmaru trained in Ranmaru school to become a Ranmaru. Oh my goodness. Like, like, are they even trying anymore? Pig shot every time they mention it. So, he does bonus damage to demonic, right? The new CE would be pretty good with him, I think. I mean, it's just stack all the demon damage bonus. Full attack, 50% battery as well. Should be pretty good with Suna. It's mixed? Is it mixed? I thought it was full attack. Oh no, it probably is mixed. Never mind. Well, that sucks. Shouldn't be way cooler if he looked less dumb. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, like, I say that about Ranmaru. I would like Ranmaru if they weren't floating on a katana and shoot laser beams. So, to each their own, basically. I like his ascensions. I like this third ascension, but it's all right for me. I actually like his, I think it's the one without the hat. The ascension without the hat, I think is pretty good. Where he has all gray hair. So I could have evaded, but it looks like we're okay. Actually, we're going to get crit. We're dead. Okay. If I evaded, wait, did I evade? I think I evaded. I think I didn't evade, we would have won. Stage 3 Tsuna is D-Luke. Well, that MHXX is a mech. Yeah, but she's a summer servant, right? Why am I supposed to take like, I'm not gonna take summer servants that seriously, but mysterious Ranmaru X. Okay, like mysterious Ranmaru X comes from planet Ranmaru to train as Ranmaru to become a Ranmaru, so they practice sword flying. Like, oh my goodness. Percy. Percy would be okay. This isn't the fight for him, to be honest. Doesn't that make a planet with only Gil on it canon? Posers more like. Supposedly in the servant verse, there's planets of every servant or whatever. Can we try Panda Lancer? I don't, again, like, one, I don't just got a good shot. Two, we would need to have a Panda Lancer on hand. Turns out to be just a normal one. I mean, that could be cool, but I don't know, like, I felt this way for a few times, but like, the reason why I really like Lost Belt 5 story compared to like Lost Belt 6 and stuff like that is because they didn't pull like really weird out of left field twists, right? But they pulled something unexpected, which I think is good. They didn't like pull like space, you know, like space, like I don't even know who would be in the position, but they put Ares, who isn't Ares but is actually Mars, because of Super Roma and stuff like that. I thought that was cool. But then, you know, there's some other twists that aren't really that good. It's just like, hey, it's me, but you know, like Morgan dying, shocking, because it's like she's not the final boss, but there was all this like under the hood shady business going on in the background that she gets taken out of the picture, and like she isn't even thought of to be the final boss. Like, I thought that was good too, but you know, like, I really dislike twists that literally make no sense. Level 80, we could try that. I like the 1, 2, 3. Spaceship gods. Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing about the spaceship gods. Nasu has said there have been spaceship gods even before FGO was made, though. Even before FGO was made, he said Greeks are like, he said something about like higher beings or anything coming from space is super mechanical based. mechanism based, right? Like how types look like robots, and things like that. You know, he's done that for such a long time. Space Zeet, you know, and I'm pretty sure he said the Greek pantheon was like the Titans made them, so they didn't make living beings, they made they made a cosmic fleet, so to say. I don't think I have your alt. Ooh, well, this is my alt. I think it's that. That's the code. Yeah, Terminus forms are pretty cool. There are 3 banners going up with 3 different 5 stars. And all of them have 50% batteries. Oh my god. Kintoki has 50% battery, although he is a year 1 unit. But Ibuki has I think she has 50% battery. Izuma has 50% battery. Ryoma has 50% battery. Oh. There we go. Fate Grand Battery. Fate Charge Battery. And all of them Japanese. That is so true. All of them are Japanese. Kintoki is so sad his battery special status has been jagged. Indeed. Dude, like, look at Kintoki's second skill battery and then compare it to Ibuki's. Like, it's such a power creep. I can't even, like, first off, I feel like FGO before wasn't really in, it was kind of in a, I think it's always been kind of in a utility meta, right? It's always been a kind of utility meta where like debuff cleanse and then buff removal started becoming a thing on more units. And so that's why Medeo became worse. But not only that, it became that utility effects became the meta, and then the meta became really toxic because the best utility skill battery became the meta. Like it's really disgusting because it's like now we have a bunch of servants who have lots of utility, like they remove defensive buffs before their NP's damage or their offensive buffs before their NP's damage, and etc, etc. They have so many units like that now, where now it's all about battery because your NP is expected to be good already. So we truly are in one of the most toxic metas because utility is good, but the utility that's spammed the most on kits is battery. Like you just like battery and hardening NPs. When are you gonna get Medea's battery as a meta skill? If it became targetable, I'm not even joking. If Medea's first skill became targetable, people would be like, oh, she's so meta now. Oh my god, this is so much copium, dude. Oh my god, this is so much copium. I won't be surprised if they start giving bosses NP blockers. So like NP seal? Pretty much. I mean, what you could do, like they've done this a lot. They make, see, here's the thing. That's why Fluffy is so strong. Fluffy directly counters the NP looping meta. You can't NP loop against him. You have to stall turns to take his shield down and then blast him at key turns. So, they're trying to make bosses that counter the super battery focused meta, but then it doesn't really help because they made Fluffy so hard that that the game literally gives you a stronger Castoria than normal, and it just gets really power creepy at that point. You can also just 4-turn him and call it a day. Okay, if you're gonna 4-turn Fluffy, that really isn't any different than just blue cubing his ass. But the fact that you can 4-turn Fluffy is pretty funny. Oki is the best quick support, and Castoria is just an alcohol fuels hallucination. Doubtless. Paimon Royale Mori Izo. Okay, let's try this copium. Different world, Scatty would not have 50% battery, a meta now would be better. It actually is honestly Scatty's fault. Cause like, the thing is like before, what's funny is Waver has more battery than Scatty. Like he straight up has more battery. Waver does 60% to the team and then 30% to one person. So he has like 90% battery in total with a team of 3. And Merlin as well has more battery than Scatty. It was more team-based utility. Scatty and now Castoria. Actually, Scatty mostly did it. Scatty kind of just perpetualized this, and Arts tried to do this a long time. When Paracelsus got his buff, I know so many people try to do Arts looping with like Paracelsus, Caster Guild, Tam, and then like use switch code and then give it to one person who's an AoE looper, AoE Arts looper, and they would do that. That was okay. It wasn't really that good because it was so much effort and it was just for farming. But then Scatty came out, and then Scatty like double, like 2 meta supports buff stacking or buffing up one unit and having them, you know, repeatedly spam their NP over and over was one, a bad meta. It was really stupid. But then they tried to not go in that direction, and then they were like, fuck, we can't stop. And so now they've embraced it with Castoria, and now Castoria is just gross. Castoria is like disgusting in farming. She's disgusting in boss clears. She's disgusting in trivializing the game, and like it's not healthy. Like it's just so gross what Castoria has become, because it's like the culmination of like realizing how broken that meta was. But then they were like, we can't fix it. Like, we don't know how to fix it or like shift the meta in a better way. So we're just gonna spam like really high utility supports and then a bunch of disgusting battery effects to everyone. I have no idea how to use her. I'm gonna be honest, most people don't. Like, I would say 99% of the player base doesn't. They try, and then it doesn't succeed. Myself included. She's kind of like Baldi, but like, I'm gonna be honest, she's so different from Baldi in a lot of ways that it's like still not even that close. Okay, I need a crit to remove his buffs, pretty much. It won't nerf a unit because that goes against consumer protection law. I've heard so many people talk about that. It's like consumer protection law, but I've never gotten a straight answer or any like actual evidence for it. So first off, we're not even gonna go to that point. But second of all, you can nerf a meta. You can nerf a meta without nerfing a unit. Can we all? Oh, we're dead. Well, yep, they brought Veach and Oberon. Yeah, it's like Castoria was like the big thing, right? Castoria's the big thing that like really screwed up everything, and then they're like, yeah, we're deep in the hole. Let's give Buster their supports as well, even though Buster is so broken already. Like Buster theoretically should be the worst card type. It really should be, because Buster is only for damage. You don't get NP gain from it. You barely make stars with it. A lot of Busters are one hit, so that doesn't help it either. And so Art should theoretically be like either second best or best. That like changes with Quick. And quick should be the best because quick up is damage up or like performance up, so it does more damage and it makes you more NP and it makes you more stars, right? And arts up only does damage and performance. It doesn't make any stars at all. So theoretically, quick should be way better than Buster, but Buster just has such overtuned kits that that's what made them really strong. Not only that, they have so many more supports. You have Chen Gong, who's a major player in Buster support. You have what's it called? Merlin as well. Waver works with it because Waver's general support. But yeah. Buster has no MP gen, Arts has no stars, Quick has no damage. Yep. But the thing is, Quick with Scatty, well, with more Quick up and with more, like, Quick has no damage, but like Jack and Okita are so strong and they have quick NPs because quick NPs have the highest multiplier. So giving a quick up to those units is such a big help to their NP damage. And surprise, surprise, both of them are really good because they're super independent of supports because they have their own quick up. They can do a lot of damage themselves. And they both have hard survival and really good utility effects. But that's not the same for all the other quick units. A lot of quick units don't have their own quick up, so they get scuffed in that department. They don't have like very good multipliers or anything like that, and it's really dumb. And then Buster servants like King Hassan have this disgusting quick card and disgusting art card that generates like 70% NP in one turn, like without even trying. Meanwhile, Sanson over there making 20 stars and barely getting 15% NP. Like, they overtune Buster every single time. It's really stupid. Imagine having NP Gen as a newer non-Okuni quick servant. Well, like, what was the last quick NP that we got, actually? Wait, hold on. What was the last quick NP that we got? It's Okuni, but like, what was Summer 6? Summer 6 had a bunch of arts. They had Buster, Faye Tristan, it was Sith. Like, wow, you're right. It is Sith, isn't it? Because, but like, think about all the units that come after Sith. Oh, Summer Okita. Okay, that one's another one. But like, let's look at the ratio, okay? Summer Okuni, Sith, Summer Okita, who I always forget. Summer Okitan, I should say. And then, so, Canis, Say, Kama, Anna, Charlotte. In this event, Real Melancer. In Lost Belt 6, Oberon, Morgan, Barges, Lollylot, who is Arts and Buster, and at the time, Veach. So it's 3 quick servants compared to, what, 6 Buster servants? Yeah, 6 Buster servants and like 6 art servants? DW's still scared of quick, man. Yep. I will say Sith, Summer Okita, and Okuni are actually really good. So at least they make a good, they're making good quick units, but yeah, Say as well. Oh, Summer Say is quick. You're right. I forgot her NP's quick. So that's 4 quick servants to like bunch of others. Should I do a multi for Okuni? If you like her, I love her design. Well, you got your answer. Dude, Ephra, like, I am so curious on your journey with Chin Liangyu, Ephra. Like, cause she's similar to Baldy, but I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the times where Baldy is good, I can't see Chin Liangyu being good. But the few times Chin Liangyu is like really good, I have to imagine she's better than Baldy at those points. But it's been quite an experience. That's the most copium statement ever. It's been quite an dude. My journey with Baldy, it's been quite an experience. Oh my god, Ilya. I wouldn't mind trying Ilya. To be fair, after Oberon, we didn't have any Buster Servant. But, okay, but like, that's 2 servants. After Oberon was 2 new servants, that was it. Actually, is that true? No, after Oberon, we have, what's it called? Summer Canis. Yeah, Summer Canis. She's Buster. And we have, actually, yeah, Summer Canis is the most recent Buster servant. Oh, yeah, and Cinderella is. Right. You're right. Oh, yeah, I forgot to count Ranmaru. Oh, wait, wait, you have Summer Ilya? I thought it was normal Ilya. Because I'll use normal Ilya because she's actually good. Yeah, we got buffed Ilya, but by the way, Ilya's gameplay is fun and it's good. They are so lazy, but it was such a strong buff because Ilya was kind of a slow unit, but she traded that off for having more utility than most servants. Vol, I am concerned. Why do we have Vritra with... But anyway, Ilya was a slow unit and she got 50% battery, which is so stupid because the reason why she isn't so broken, but she's just really good in a lot of scenarios, and she has that utility, and then you can compensate for her NP, her lack of like really fast NP battery or charge and stuff like that by, you know, stalling out more turns with her. Now she's got both, which is really stupid. It, like, her getting 50% battery is the equivalent of Enkidu getting 50% battery. Yeah, give us, aerial drive? Yeah, Martha C. Sanzang got put out of a job. It's yeah, I agree, because, like, Ilya was just straight up, Ilya was just way slower than Sanzang, but her 1 NP hit harder than a Sanzang NP. Sanzang's thing was she could NP twice in a row really fast and do a lot of damage. So if you like buff stack her between both of her NPs, which is really easy, you could like blow up a boss super fast. You could blow up a break bar, then you blow up another break bar, and it would be super duper easy. Now Ilya is kind of treading in that territory. Like, she's like encroaching. Is that even a word? Encroaching on Sanzang's territory of like spamming NPs. Sanzang and Merlin were best friends. True. It really was. Ilya's thing was like a huge big blast of an NP, and she had the support to compensate for it. Oh well, there's Faust. There's Faust Ilya. Encroaching is a word. There we go. They changed the CC, can now swap. Basically, what you have to do is you don't need to... so CCs, you don't need to remove them from a servant before adding them onto another servant. If you add a CC that's on another servant to the one you want to apply to, it'll remove it automatically and put it on there. It's a small update, but it's one that updated the CCs, support list. It makes it so CCs aren't the worst thing in the game anymore. Pretty much. I'm gonna be honest, it was so annoying earlier. It was so annoying before. But now that it's a little bit better, I can cope with it a bit longer. Yeah, before it was so annoying. Okay, well, we'll see which one's better here. NP1 or the NP... I'm surprise, surprise, Faust has a lot of command codes, so... Nautilus, Do you have, if you don't have the landling one, Faust, I'll probably go with Vols because it's more consistent. And I want that guts. I wish there was a band-aid fix they gave us 5th Annie. Should have been a band-aid fix from the get-go. Swapping things? Alright. Yeah, I saw it. It's 3 debuff clears. Why do you have the mirror? Does the mirror do anything? In this? Was for a fright? Yeah, makes sense. It prevents paralyzation, whatever that means. Why can't I get more Ilya copies? I don't know. Yeah, Charm, Skill Seal, NP Seal, Card Seal. I rolled so much for over the years, I can only even get the one. Satona had to come from the ticket. Yep, I know a lot of people who picked Satona from the ticket. I cannot get NP3. Sag! I mean, it's better than my position. I can't even get aggravating. That's too much copium, dude. That stung a little bit saying that. I know I'm a very cynical person, but even that hurt a bit. You can barely get Baldy coins. Dude, I need so many. I don't know why that CC doesn't stop Ryder Liz's skill seal. Not sure. Probably rolled upwards of 1k SQ for her ever since her release. Oof. Ilios is the only servant I haven't tracked my roll count for, so I have no clue on my roll count. Sag. Okay, yeah, that's just straight up better. Yeah, that's just way better. Oh, and the append skills are being done? Oh, man. Yeah, that's, oof. But Ilya came with a song you want to roll. I'll never accept. No, it's not like that. I don't hate you. I'm gonna be honest, chat. There's not like hate is a strong word. I don't really like saying that, but hate is a very strong word, and I don't think it takes a lot to get under my skin and make me really despise a person. So don't go saying that I hate people. It is like, how is it like that? We just used your Suna. What the heck? No lords, now she's lord. Oh, come on. I mean, it wouldn't be bad to test NP1 versus NP2, right? It's okay, we hate you too. Oh, come on. Wait. Okay, we have to retry, because I think I taunted Odie. I autopiloted and pressed... Dude. Oh my god. I autopiloted and pressed Odie's taunt on himself, because I always think it's Chen Gong's taunt, and I don't have Audi on my main, so I never get used to it. Oh my, I've done that like 4 times, I swear. Like every day I play this account, I do it so often. It's oh my goodness. Tolerate. True. Baldy good. Again, you can't you can't phase me, chat. Like I've gone through some shit in my life, dude. Like it, like, you saying like dumb things or like being mean or whatever, being mean in like not even that mean of a way, and it ain't gonna get under my skin. Now, I'm not telling you to try and get under my skin. Don't try. Definitely don't try. One, you're gonna look like a dummy, but I would rather not have to deal with that. This is Sith's theme, yeah. Scarlet Dancer. Baldy is 10 times better than Kitu for Fluffy. Alright, you know what? You know what? How about this? How about this? I'm glad Ryoma is, like, Rider Ryoma is never gonna be as good as Lancer Ryoma, and they're never gonna get any updates. How about that? How about that? I'm fine with that. That's so lame, though. It's like, it's exactly like the Nobu thing. It's so dumb. I dislike it so much. No, you're lying. I believe the battery's on the first skill. Oh no! Oh, is it on the? Oh, it's on the second. Wow.
私はもう何も諦めない。はい。任せて。筋系、神経系、血管系、リンパ系、疑似魔術回路変換完了。
I mean, there's mediocre and like they just intentionally made him that way. It's kind of dumb because like when you compare like newer servants, they really just did not care about welfare kits back then. Okay. Let's see. Big blast. Why isn't Ryoma an archer with that gun? They were scared of another Kentucky? I mean, they're just being stupid. You didn't realize, like, Nobu was the first, Nobu was the first welfare. And even back then, she wasn't that good. But now they don't want to buff her ever. Well, that sucks. Ooh. We lose. Actually, no. We don't lose yet. Actually, no, we straight up lose. Yeah, oh, fuck. Because I used this way too early, so the guts is not gonna proc. And even if it what? I should have used it earlier or should have used it later? Oh my god, I'm so sad. I don't know why I did Art Last. That clearly was not the right play. You're probably not the only one bothered by it. I think it's like that. You have to do that because you remove the defense down and then you remove the attack down. So was today's, so hold on. Was today just the big robot fight, like the second robot fight? Because yesterday, because today there was a time lock, right? And yesterday there was a time lock. So what was Monday? What did Monday unlock? That's what I'm curious about. You're kidding. I absolutely could have casted that one turn later and we'd be okay. Oh my god. Monday was nothing? Wow. Well.
神経系血管系リンパ系疑似魔術界の変換完了。これが私の全て。
It was just story. Damn. So it was like the part 1 of the robot fight then, huh? Oh right, I forgot she does that. I completely forgot she does that. That's a really good animation. Doesn't she have like Bolg? Oh no, that's Miyu. I think Miyu has Bolg. She just straight up throws a Bolg at the enemy. Well, I mean, that seemed okay. I have to twink it a little bit. Sword, air quotes. Yep, I know, right? A sword. It's a club with a sharp, slight sharp edge. I think it's like a chipped edge more, so like it actually is really sharp, but it's like super grinded down. Okay, but that's probably a good place to end, because honestly, this alt account, I'm gonna need to record a few fights. I gotta record a few fights, and then we'll keep it on Big Robot Man for a little bit. Yeah, we can keep it on Robot Man and have the challenge quest, I believe. So we'll do that, and then tomorrow is going to be challenge quest day. Yeah, tomorrow the challenge quest is gonna be out, so we can do that. So let's go raid Green. He's playing. I just got here. That is not true, but thank you for tuning in. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Tomorrow we'll stream. Tomorrow I think we'll also play Sekiro. We'll see what happens if I'm doing something, but we might play Sekiro after the stream tomorrow as well. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you all tomorrow. I'll still be in Discord, but have a good Tuesday. Have a good rest of your Tuesday, and also have a good Thanksgiving break. See y'all later.